Hello friends, welcome to SR Technologies. Today we are going to discuss another set of interview questions which is asked in Wipro company for the position of ETL tester, and the experience level is 4 to 5 years. So please, before getting into the topic, please subscribe the channel and share with others as well so that it will reach more people. Let's get into the topic here. So first is what will be the output of SQL query. So here the query is select star from A comma B where 1 equals to 1. 1 equals to 1. Let's get into that particular thing. I have already created tables. Okay, let's see here. I have what are the output is which we are going to get. See here in the A table, which we have a ID column and as well as 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. 3 rows are there with the values of 10, 20, 30. And here also same values which I'm giving A comma B. So what the question here, where 1 equals to 1. So what it does, right? Basically, whenever you do this, by default, if you can go ahead and if you see here, select star from A comma B, by default, it is going to create a cross join. So the cross join will work, cross join will take. So when you give 1 comma 1, it always returns as a true. It always returns as a true, which means it is going to perform a cross check. It is going to perform a cross check. So let's first we'll do that cross check here. Okay, how many rows? 3 into 3, 9 rows should be present here also, which is going to present 3 into 3. So you can see here 3 into 3. So you can mention that it is going to perform a cross check. It is going to perform a cross check. Okay. So A comma B is nothing but a how many rows which is present in the A table. The rows here, you see here 3 rows in A, 3 rows in B table. So 3 into 3, 9 rows which is going to be generated. Mention that where 1 equals to 1, which always returns as a true. That is the reason it is going to perform cross check and it is going to give you the values 9 records which is generated. Now if I can keep it here too, what is going to happen? This is also one of the scenario, right? So I'm going to answer 2 questions. It is going to generate 0 records, but because based on the where clause only, it is going to give you the output, even though it is going to perform cross check here. But here it always returns as a false. 1 equals to 2, always false. That is the reason you are not going to see any records. So make sure 2 questions we have covered here. So make sure you need to understand this logic. Whenever they mention 1 equals to 1, it always true. If it is 1 equals to 2, which always gives the false, which means it is going to return the records going to be 0 records, which is going to yield. This is the answer for the first question. Next question. Okay. What will be the output of cross join and right join for below tables? So before writing it, okay, let's try to understand these joins. Everywhere this joins is the very common concept. Everywhere people will ask this joining condition because most of the time which you are going to work with the joins only. So that is the reason people will ask this question. Not only this company, every company people will expect you to know joins. Joins is the very important concept. That is the reason people will question. So here again, what is the question? What will be the cross join and right join for below tables? So when you do right join, here how many records are matching? So right join means it is going to give you the table 1 here. Okay, table 1, table 2. First, let me go with the output. Then we'll explain the here. So right join means inner join plus right side records, which is not matched with the left table. So here, when you write a query, here select, okay, select to start from, okay, table A, table A, table A, okay, table A, right join, okay, table A, right join, table B. So which is right side for this particular table? So here you need to understand table B is the right one. Table B is the right one. Let me maximize it here. So here you can see here you can see, okay, here you can see which always works as a table B, okay, table B, okay, and on A dot ID equals to B dot ID, A dot ID equals to B dot ID. So when you say which one is right table after join, okay, after join, this table we will consider as a right table, table B. So which means table B. First, you are going to match it up. Inner join. Okay, how many records are matching? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is matching. Okay, now is there any record which we have? Anything which is not matching? Left side, you don't have any value. So it is nothing but a 3 records are there. So that time you are going to see only output of this. Only output of this. This is the answer for that particular thing. Okay, you have only 3 records. Okay. So such cases, you are going to get only 3 records output. 3 records output. This is the right side join. Next question is cross join. Cross join, always think of it irrespective of the things. Cross join always works. Okay, cross join always works. N into N combination. N into N combination, which means here you can see what is the N? 5 into 3. 5 into 3. Okay. So which always works as a 15 records, which is going to return 15 records, which is going to return, So very simple. You can go ahead and you can see that here. Okay, you can execute the query. So how you wanted to, I have written here cross join. Same query you wanted to return with the cross join. Just in cross join, there is no on clause is going to be present. So here you can do by simply mentioning the comma here by doing this. Okay, select star from table A, table B. Just you prepare the data and then you can execute this. So that you are going to get. So first one is 15 records. Second one is 3 records. First one is 3 records. Okay, and second one is 15 records is the output for this particular question. Now write a query to copy all records from one table into an existing table. Okay, new table name is B and existing table name is A. Now let's try to go with the existing tables. Now try to take the select star from employees table. Okay, select star from employees table. Okay, here you see, okay, 107 records, which is available. 107 records, which is available in the employees table. Now simply what you wanted to, there are multiple ways to do that. Okay, so one is if you wanted to create the structure as well as if you wanted to do the data as well, by simply you can do it. Okay, create table as, okay, seat as, and select star from table. Now try to let me do that simple example. Create table. Okay, what is the table name? We can call it employees dummy. Okay, this is the new table as select star from employees. So what it does in this case, okay, this is the specific to this use case. What it does, it is going to create the first. It is going to create the table. Okay, create the table, and then it will load the data. Okay, it will load the entire data. Now this is the how to create the table as well as load the data. Use nothing but a C test. So this is nothing but a, you can see here, select star from employees dummy here. Now you see here, you can see here, this is the data 107 rows, which is available in the new table as well. So what the question here, try to understand. The question is asking, insert the data only, copy all records from one table into another existing table. New table name is B, existing table name is A. So here, this is the way. Now, if existing table structure is already available, okay, which means, sorry, new table name already structure is available. Let's try to understand this particular case. Okay, this employees dummy structure is already available. How can I load the data? Okay, so let me do one thing. See, simply insert into employees dummy. Okay, employees dummy. Select star from employees. This is the way you can copy all the data from this table. Now you have seen 107 records are already loaded. Now you can see 107 into 107, 214 records, which is the count which we are going to see here. Okay, so there are two ways. Okay, if you wanted to create the table name along with that, if you wanted to load the data, then you can use the C test. If you have already table structure is available, then you wanted to load it only the data to the existing table. Table employees dummy is nothing but a consider as a B table is already available, structure is available. Now you wanted to load. So using the insert into, you can load the data. This is the second answer. Second question answered. Sorry, third question answer is completed. Second question already explained in the Excel sheet. Now let's get into the next question. What will be the output of below query? So what is the query? Select case when null equals to null, then yes, else, no, and as a result from table name. So let's execute this. First we'll execute and we'll explain it here. So in the previous class also, in the previous questions as well, okay, case when null equals to null, then yes, okay, yes, else, no, okay, no, from end as result, okay, as result from dual, okay. So this question is already explained. Okay, if you understand this question, it always returns as a no. Let me try it out. Okay, let me try it out. So it always gives the no. Reason behind it, null never going to be equal to another null. Null never going to be equal to another null. So the fourth question also answered. So it always returns as a else clause. It always returns as a else clause. Now fifth question. What is the fifth question here? So fifth question is here. Okay, write an SQL query to pull the records where there is an increase in the stock value compared to previous day. Let me explain this in detail. Let's consider it is the stock date. Okay, stock days and stock value. For example, in a first day, you have a first day, you have a 150, and second day 140. Third day 150, fourth day 90, fifth day 120, sixth day 70, seventh day 160. What is the question? Increase the stock. If the stock is increased compared to previous day, in the first case, you are going to get what? 50 will be there, 150 will be there. Okay, first day you are going to have, there is no stock. That is the reason we are going to consider first day. And then again 150 will be there, because in the 140, previously 150 is there. Because of that, it is a decreasing. Previous day to current day, it is decreasing. That is the reason you are not going to see 140 in the output. You should not get this 140 in the output. At the same time, 150 should come. And again 90 also, previously 150 is there, previous day. Now it is 90, it is decreased. Okay, such cases, it is not going to come in the output. After that, you have a 120. 120 means 90 to 120. 120 value which is going to come into picture. And at the same time, 70 won't be there, and 160. So how many? 150, 150, 150, 120, 160 will be the output. 150, okay, 150 and 120 and 160. This is the output which they are expecting. So nothing but a sorry guys, previous day stock, the stock whatever you have, right? Previous day stock is greater than, previous day stock is less than the current day, which means 150. First time there is no stock, that is the reason we are going to consider first day. And second day you have a 140 is there. In the previous day we have a 150. That is the reason we are not going to consider 140 in the output. And third day, previous day is 140 and today is 150. So it is already increased. That is the reason we are going to consider 150. Let's get into the solution for this. So how we can do that? So in basically we have a windowing functions. What are that windowing functions? So you have a windowing function that is nothing but a lag to compare previous day values. So lag function is the lag windowing function. So using lag, how dense rank and using lag, what we are going to do, we are going to solve this particular thing. So how we can do that? First, try to use the lag, then we'll go with the one by one. So select what you want. So let me take this particular table first. Select start from stars. Then you will understand. Post that we'll talk about it. Select start from stars. Here you can see the values, whatever we have mentioned, that is going to come. Okay, just I have created already table. Select. Okay, select. What are the columns? Stock date, comma, stock value. Okay, stock value, lag. Okay. What is the thing which we are going to compare? Stock value. We are comparing stock value over, okay, over order by over Here, what do you wanted to order by? Order by stock date. Stock date. Okay. Stock date. Okay. Let's get into only ascending to descending order. Ascending to descending order as previous day stock value. Okay. Value from. Okay. What is the table? Stocks. Okay. Stocks. Now try to understand, then we'll get into the next level of that. Okay. Now you see here, okay, first day, previous day, what is that? Lag will give you previous value of the row. Okay. In the first case, okay, stock value, is there any previous value? That is the reason it is showing as null. Okay. In the 140, what is the previous value? 150 is there. And at the same time, third row, what is the previous value? 140 is there. 90. For fourth row, what is the previous value? 140 is there. Sorry, 150 is there. Okay. In the fifth day, okay, what is the previous value? Previous value for fifth day, 90. Okay, here you can see 90. Okay. And seventh, here, sixth day, you see 120 is the previous day. So in this case, just if you can compare this value versus this value, then you will be able to get the value. So first, in windowing functions, you cannot use the alias in general logic. You cannot use the alias column names in where clause. That is the reason we are going to write inline query. So select star from, okay, where, nothing but we'll keep it as a some alias table name, nothing but a. Okay, this inline view, entire whatever it is going to execute here, right? That particular thing will consider as a some table name. That is nothing but a. And what we are going to do, where stock value, where stock value will come from the table name. Okay, where stock value is greater than previous day stock value. Let's execute this particular query. Okay, then what is the thing which we are going to get? We are getting only this one. Now we have to consider one more logic. What is that? Okay, we have to even give the previous day value is null. Okay, is null. Okay, so that also we have to consider it. If you can consider it, you are going to get 4 rows. This also we have to get it, because 150, it is the starting value. There is no previous day. That is the reason we are considering 150 also in the consideration. If you don't want first row should be ignored, then you can remove this particular logic, you can remove it, so that you are not going to see 150 value. So now you see 150, 120, 160. So let me summarize it. First is, okay, using lag function, you are going to get the previous day stock value. Okay, just lag function, it is going to take the column name, and you are going to order by what basis? You are going to order by the stock date. You are going to compare previous day versus current day. That is the reason we are using the previous day stock value here. And what is the logic? Previous day. The question is here, what they have asked, the previous day where there is an increase in stock value compared to previous day. So current day is what? Stock value. And previous day value is nothing but a last date value. If current day value is greater than previous day value, then we have to consider that particular record. So that is what we have done in this query. So let's not confuse about this. Is just a inline view. Okay, just the inline view. On top of it, we are comparing. This is the most important logic. Okay, this is the most important. So now we'll go to next question. Write a hierarchical query, represent all employees in hierarchy. So simply, what is the question here? Okay, get me the manager who's working with whom. Okay, who's working with whom. Simply what you can do, select star from employees. Now you have a, instead of that, let's get into employee ID. Okay, employee ID, comma, manager ID from here. Okay, manager ID here. So who's working what? First here, if you see, 100 is the job, 100 is the CEO. That is the reason you are seeing null. 100, 101, whom reporting? It is reporting to 100. Again, 102 is reporting, 103 is reporting to who? 102. Okay. 103 is reporting to whom? 104 is reporting to whom? 103. Like that. You wanted to see who's reporting to whom. Okay, to do that, what you have to do? First, you have to use the self-join. You have to use the self-join. First, let's select star from employees. Okay, employees. Okay, employees. EMP. Okay, join. Okay, employees. And again, employees. Okay, employees as MGR. Okay, on what basis? On what basis we have to do? Always we have to use the EMP manager ID. EMP manager ID. Okay, EMP manager ID equals to MGR employee ID. MGR employee ID. This is the logic. Remember this. Okay. And what are the details you needed? What are the details you needed? So manager employee ID. Okay, manager, wherever manager is there, then we can consider that employee name is nothing but a, okay, just consider it. This MGR dot employee ID. Okay, employee ID we can consider as a manager ID. Manager ID. At the same time, MGR dot employee name, not employee name here, will come as a first name. First name will consider as a employee MGR name. Same thing with goes the wherever you have a employee table, right? Employee. Okay. See, let me copy paste this. Okay, and we'll go with the here. Instead of MGR, you can keep it as an employee. Okay, employee ID. And here also EMP. Okay, here you can make it as a alias name, nothing but an employee ID. Okay, employee ID. And here employee name, EMP name. So now let's execute. We'll see here. So this is the way you have to write this. Okay, whom reporting to whom? Okay, whom reporting to whom? Let's stop. This is the way you have to understand. Who's reporting? 148. Okay, 148. How many people are reporting? How many people? You can see here 1, 2, 3, 6 people are reporting. Gerald is the manager. Okay, for him, how many people are reporting? 6 people are reporting. At the same time, Lex also Alexander. Okay, like that. You see here, managers are here. Okay, and employees are here. This is the way you have to write the hierarchical query. So make it simple. First, you have to take the employees table twice. One table you have to make it as an employee, another table you have to make it as a manager ID. So here, what is the relationship you wanted to bring? Manager plus employee. So here you need to understand from employee table, you have to bring the manager ID always. Okay, manager table, you have to bring the employee ID. So manager table is nothing but this is the manager table, this is the employee table. Between the relationship, whatever you are saying right here. So from manager table, you are going to get the employee ID and first name is nothing but a manager ID, manager name. At the same time here, you see from employee, you are going to get the employee ID, employee name. So using this joining class, you will be able to get this particular value. So that's it for this particular question. Now, what is the surrogate key? Generally, let me get into surrogate. Surrogate key is nothing but it is a what we can consider, it is a system generated key. This system generated key, okay, basically what is the use of surrogate key? So in surrogate key, basically when we are going to use the surrogate key, whenever we use, if you wanted to identify, okay, specifically in SCD type 2, okay, in SCD type 2, we are going to use the surrogate key for making the data is unique. For example, let me take one example. Okay, first let me explain the features, then we'll get into the next thing. So surrogate key is nothing but it is going to be creating a unique record for the each record, unique value for each record. Okay, each record in the table, it is going to be it is going to be always unique. And the reason behind this surrogate key, suppose for example, let me go ahead and explain you. Okay, let me go ahead and explain you. Okay, let me go ahead and explain you major difference between primary key versus surrogate key. So primary key, basically it is a business value. So let me write it up here. Okay, primary key here, primary key. Okay, and surrogate key. Okay, surrogate key. Okay, so first major difference between primary key and surrogate key. Primary key comes from source. Okay, from source it will come. Okay, source is nothing but it can be database, it can be any flat file. Okay, file. But surrogate key, who's going to generate? It is a system generated key. System generated key, which we are going, who's going to do that? It is going to create by the developers. It is going to create by the developers. Now, primary key. What is the feature of primary key? Major feature is it is going to be unique, and it should not have any null values. At the same time, surrogate key. It is going to be a unique. Okay, it should not have any null values. It should not have any null values. Let me make it bigger. It should not have unique and no null values. Okay, no null values. So this is the major difference. And the primary key is the field, a set of fields in a database table uniquely identifies each record in the table. It is enforced. It is going to give you the entity integrity, typically chosen from the natural attributes. Okay, so to make it in a simpler way, okay, suppose you are creating an employee table. Okay, employee table. Employee ID is always unique, right? Employee ID is always unique. So here it is going to come as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4, 5 like this. Okay, 4, 5 like this. And at the same time, surrogate key. Okay, whenever you are going ahead and keeping the especially SCD type 2, slowly changing dimension type 2, to make every record is unique, you are going to create surrogate key. You are going to create surrogate key for each record. It is going to nothing but it is going to be a sequence number which is going to generate by the system. It is going to generate by the system according to our convenience. We are going to create this particular things. Okay. Now, very important thing is, okay, the source of values. So the source of values, basically, source of values is earlier I have explained. Source is nothing but it is coming from the business, and this is nothing but a system generated key. Now, very important. Primary key remain constant. Okay, remain constant over the time. It is going to maintain the referential integrity. But when it comes to surrogate key, okay, it is going to be constant over time, but it is going to change. Based on the attributes, based on the other attributes change. Okay, other attributes change. So when we are going to use this particularly surrogate key is used primarily for identification purpose. Especially it is used for data management, and it is going to improve performance in certain scenarios, especially in data warehouse. Okay, so always surrogate key is a system generated key. Primary key is nothing but it is going to come as a natural attributes. That's it for this particular surrogate key versus primary key. And what is surrogate key? Mention that surrogate key is a system generated key which we are going to use it for identifying which we are going to use for to make it each record is unique in the SCD type 2, SCD type 2. So next question is, what is SCD type 1 and SCD type 2? Let me make it in a simpler way here. Let me take the one example here. Okay, one example from the table. Let's take the select star from employees. Select star from employees. What is the difference between this particular thing? Now let's take only two. Let's take only two records here. Okay, two records. I don't want to take too many columns. Let's take the only employee ID. Okay, then first name. Okay, first name, and then we'll take the salary. Okay, salary. We'll take this particular values. Okay, now just to make it aware of it, I'm taking very less records as well as I'm taking only specific rows. Okay, now try to understand. Let me make it bigger. Now try to understand this. Okay, try to understand. Let me here. Now you see here employee ID here, employee ID, employee name. Okay, employee name, salary. Now this is the source table. Consider it. Or you can go if you wanted to see the differences. Okay, go to my channel. I don't want to explain this again and again. Go to my channel. There is a SCD type. SCD types are there. SCD type 1, type 2, type 3, and SCD type 4, type 6. Everything is available in the channel. Just you can go ahead and you can search for that. Okay, let me share that as well. So just give me 1 sec. Okay, just give me 1 sec. Let me go here. Okay, in interview questions, just give me 1 sec. Let me reshare my screen. So here you can see. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, here you can see there is a SCD types. Okay, you go through it. I don't know. Again, it is going to be video going to be more lengthy. I don't want to be more lengthy. Here you can see mastering the slowly changing dimensions. Mastering the slowly changing dimension. SCD type 1, type 2. By seeing this video, you'll be able to understand the differences. That's it for the day, guys. Please share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.